In an industry that doles out content like a dealer to a junkie. Except the first hit is $60. Prepare to experience a DLC worthy of the name expansion, with enough content that it almost feels like a sequel, but in a BioShock 2 kind of way. Monster Hunter Iceborne. Jump back into the world of monster sporting, where the prey is gigantic and deadly, but not enough of either to stop you from turning them into a hat. As Capcom breaks the tradition of Pokemon-style expanded re-releases and actually dishes out new maps, monsters, story, and mechanics, alongside the customary slew of recolored guys with an extra horn, and a whole new rank of the old monsters to beat up all over again. Which is actually nice because it gives you plenty of time to tackle the real challenge of Iceborne, remembering the insanely complicated controls. It's just like riding a bike, only after having a stroke. Break out the hot drinks and travel to the frozen north, where a brand new map awaits you to discover and then revisit 5,000 times to gather yet another tier of materials for shinier versions of the carefully crafted clown suits you were wearing before. Except this time, they let you cover your shame with a purely aesthetic armor layer, which, you guessed it, also takes lots of materials. All of which is plenty to justify Truehead sinking another 2,000 hours into this game. They even gave us a new gathering hub, and the most important thing that could possibly be in a Monster Hunter DLC, a new cooking cutscene. Honestly, I'm not even sure I need the rest of the game. Just give me more cats making me delicious roasts. Grapple with the main new mechanic of Iceborne, a Zelda-ass hookshot that will let you throw yourself onto your enemy, to crawl all over it like a bloodthirsty tick in hopes of steering it into a wall or a trap, but mostly forget about the stamina gauge and harmlessly fall off like an idiot. Or just spam the grapple and unload your new special weapon skill, if you manage not to get smashed into the ground first. In a little change that adds a new dynamic to the hack, slash, and explode loop, but that you can also ignore pretty much entirely if you, like me, fear change. Then discover the actual best new mechanic, seeing what monsters you can straddle. Onward, my majestic steed! So sharpen that blade and hold your poogie tight for an expansion that does exactly what it says on the box and gives you way more Monster Hunter as Monster Hunter. For better or worse. But at least this time, you won't have to go around looking like you dressed yourself in elementary school. Starring On Guard, Bullwinkle, Vertigo, Nightquill, Ipecac, Liger 0 Degrees, I am Manbat, Study the Bladosaurus, Sean Connery as the voice of Draco, But It Was Me, Bracadios, Karen Kuno, Death Jerky Dark, Nvidia Curem, Basil Juice, Basil Juice, Basil Juice, Just Eat Around It, Light Bright, Final Form KK Slider, Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and Salad Fingers, Cabela's Big Game Hunter, Canada. Okay, who the hell decided that Puke Puke needed a 360-degree laser beam? That's like strapping a rocket launcher onto a Miata.
The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword